Hello. I'm making omelettes for chickens. Right. Hello. I know, I should have given notice. I just... Life. Hey, Monty. How you doing? I'm making... I'm good. I'm making omelettes for the chickens. So I thought, whilst I'm here making omelettes for the chickens... See in the background there. Also making... Hi, Eva. Also making omelettes for the chickens. May as well talk to people. This is because we have way more eggs than we can ever use. And when I can, I donate them to the Murray Food Bank. But they're only open Monday to Friday, 9 AM till 1 PM. And it's about 25 miles away, which may not sound far to some people, but here that takes, good 45 minutes to an hour to get to. So, as I have, excuse my bottom, as I have a load of eggs that I can't donate because of regulations on how long you can, 2 lambs and a dog. Because there's regulations on how long they can accept the eggs after they've been laid, I'm having to get rid of a load. And it's not that they're not edible, they are. It's just regulations, and Asher and I can't eat 12 eggs a day. We perhaps eat 12 eggs a week on a good week. What are you doing? I have helpers. The size of her now. Hello. That's Jen. Whoops. This is Pip. Here we go. Oh, he's still so tiny. What have you got? Oh, that's your paw. Sorry. Oh, calm down now. Right. Yeah, Pip is a bit more energetic than she used to be. Go on. Right, let's wash my hands. Handling lambs is very cute. Sorry, I see somebody just commented, but I can't read it because I'm over here. Jen! You need some animals in your kitchen. Yeah, you do. Hey, Kelly. How you doing? Oh, dear. Right, so my chicken omelettes. I have this. I can show it to you. Amazing omelette maker. And this cost me about £15. Hi, Kanga. And I got this off Amazon. And it's amazing. It's just fantastic. Let's see if I can show you. Right, see that? Little omelette maker. Make 2 omelettes. And literally all you do is pour in there. Oops, filled it up a little bit too much. Close the lid. That's it. 10 minutes later, omelettes will be ready. And they come out like that shape. Those have got like chicken stuff in them. Right, what I do for my chicken omelettes, I'll show you. They get this in it, which is vitamins. Madam, will you stop that? Teething, she's grinding her teeth. Generally you put this in 10 litres of water, but I put it in the omelette so you eat it better. Vitamin A, vitamin D3, B1, B6, vitamin C, E, K, calcium, amino acids, various loads and loads of them, about 15 amino acids and stuff. So they get that. I also do chopped up eggshells. And what I do with these is when I've done the omelettes, not every time because I've got more than enough in here now. But quite often I'll bake the eggs and it's literally like a pinch. And I'll just put it on the top because I used to mix it in the mixing bowl where I mix the eggs. But I found when I do that, the eggshells tend to go to the bottom of the bowl and they don't get put in. Jen, get out of the way. Go. Okay. They tend to get put in. And oh, hi Siobhan. What was I saying? Yeah, when I mix it all together in the bowl, the eggshells tend to sink to the bottom, so they don't go in there. So now once I've put the omelette stuff in there, I sprinkle that on top. Yeah. Right, little monkeys. Something else. No, they're over here. The other thing that I put in is healthy hen herbs. They love these. This contains a lot of what I'm growing myself for my own hens. So these herbs, which are really, really good for them, contain nettle, dandelion, marigold, dill, lemon balm, echinacea, garlic, parsley, chamomile, spearmint, and oregano, or Americans, oregano. Because you can't pronounce English words. Jen, I have down here at my feed a bag of dog food, bag of dog biscuits, and I don't know why it's not open. It's waiting for there to be space in the dog pot, but it's down here on the floor in the kitchen, and Jen is obsessed with it, and I mean completely obsessed. Now the strange thing is, it's next to a paper bag which has got the milk powder in, and she does occasionally play with that, but she's far more interested in the dog food. Love to pronounce it correctly. Okay, oregano. What else? Compost. Americans say compost. I can never get over that. We pronounce it compost. Now you could say the word post is pronounced post, so therefore compost is correct. But the word lost is pronounced lost. So compost, we pronounce it as in post as in lost. Americans pronounce it post as in post. Aluminium, yes, that's another one. Aluminum in America, aluminium over here. But the weird thing is, the American spelling of aluminium is actually correct. It changed. It came over from America over here, and at the docks on the import paperwork, the person who received it made a spelling error. So actually, whilst we pronounce it differently, we should spell it the American way. There you go. I am full of useless bits of information. How's this going? Let's get in there. Jen! Ashley's parents are up in the area. He came over to see us yesterday, took us out for lunch. Jen! You may notice that Jen, here's another one for you Americans. Jenny's wearing a nappy. Or what Americans call a diaper. We call it a nappy. I don't know why. Jen, what have you got on your nose? I got something on her nose. Anyway, Pip doesn't. And the reason for that is because Pip's stomach, it's a lot better, but it's still not 100%. So I don't want to, if she's wearing it, wearing a nappy, then she tends to bloat a bit more. And we've struggled so much with her to, keep her alive and find a feeding regime that works for her. I don't want to risk it. And aside from that, she's tiny, so when she goes to the toilet, it's half of what Jen does. Jen! Let's see if this works. Jen! Jen! Come on! Hi, Pip! Pip normally comes to Asher and leaves me. Jen! Come on, Jen! No? Oh. Well, she's pushing Pip, saying, well, go on. You go first. She's so funny. They're so cute. I love them. Hey, Siobhan, doesn't she look like sausage? Definitely need these in the kitchen. You do. You absolutely do. She is so fluffy. It's so fluffy. It's so fluffy. She's so cute. Those who didn't see, Little Sausage has been shaved. Little Sausage, he's not so little anymore. Actually, he looks tiny now. He's had his coat taken off. But my friend Jen came over and clipped him by hand yesterday. Because we were out in the field, and she says, is he going to be easy to catch? Yeah. You got 2 Jen size ones in the kitchen. I know, you got big ear lambs as well. I'm very jealous. I want big ear lambs. Auction on Saturday. Livestock auction. It's rare breeds and minority breeds, which up here are probably a little bit different to what they are down south. But I bought some Soay sheep, which are hilarious. They're tiny. They're cooking rice. I'll show you how my omelettes are going. You see? You just put them in there and it cooks them. How many hundreds of sheep are you picking up? No, Siobhan, that's not from the auction because they have to be gone by 6 o'clock Saturday. I might get some Herdwicks. Shh, I didn't hear that. Nobody heard that. I'm trying to get with my cook off. Monty, we need to do a dual live, don't we? I actually learned to cook rice from an Iranian. So yeah, cheese and onion sandwich. One of your bolted onions. Oh, did you just use the scapes or did you use the what? Did you? I don't know. Kangaroo Roo, I'm hoping to. I don't know if I'm going to have any signal because I've only ever been there once and I was meeting a friend and I couldn't get any signal. Oh, nice. Oh, I suppose you're quite small, isn't it, this time of year? Mine are looking good. So yeah, I will try, and if I can't go live, I will get some footage. Definitely. I'm going to try and sit on my hands, but I know what I'm like going to an auction. There are 11 ponies going as well. Not of my ponies, I mean there are 11 ponies there. Well, Siobhan, there's 5 of us going from 3 farms, sharing 1 trailer. So, you know, the guy who owns the trailer has first dibs. This noise is them. That's the recycling bag that's got cans in it. Hi, Sabrina. How are you doing? Have I thought about keeping alpacas and llama? Yes. Llama, I do especially actually want llama because they're good livestock guardians. Will you two leave that noisy bag alone? I'm good, thanks, Sabrina. It's been a fabulous day. No, don't encourage me. Yes, llama. The goat farm down the road has some llama. Hey look, these are finished. And I haven't had to do a thing to them. These only look a bit weird for omelettes because they've got all the chicken stuff. Look at that. That's it. They're done. Look how fluffy they are. Oh, they are amazing. So, oh. Anyway, these are for the chickens. So, come here. Whee! So, hi, what you sew? Oh, you told me your name the other day and I can't remember it. I'm really, really sorry. I've got a feeling it begins with J. Am I completely way off there? Alpaca, yes. You're right down there. The thing about alpaca is, I'll be awful. Pair of everything if you've got the space. Yeah, Noah, okay. Come here, Kate. I'll keep them here. I'll look after them for you. You buy them, I'll look after them. Oh, where'd that come from? Oh, well. Poor Gonzo has been harassed by the lambs. I was right! Jerry, that was it. Ah. Yeah, Siobhan, I may well have your sheep, but you know, bring them up. It's fine. Cheap or free sheep, I'm always up for. Alpaca. Right, the alpaca story. There's a goat farm down the road from me. They farm their goats for meat. They're looked after amazingly. Anybody can just go there and visit. She's fantastic, Julius. She sells meat from Ryland sheep as well, which is what our little top Dot, the little Diddy one that always looks like he's like decorated like a Christmas tree because I don't know, he just picks up twigs from everywhere. Rylands. We ate one of his cousins the other day. Oh, can't tell him, he'd be so upset. Anyway, sorry, alpaca. She had alpaca. And I was going to sit outside. She had 2 alpaca. And over here we have TB, tuberculosis testing of certain livestock. Now alpaca cows have to be tested. You have no choice. And if your cow tests positive, your cow is shot. You have no say. That's just the way it is over here. In a silly attempt that doesn't work of trying to rid it. You got some goats today. Oh, yay! I want to know all about them. But with alpaca, you have a choice. You can have them tested, but you don't have to. When you have to is when they have, well, what hers ended up with was at source positive, which means where she bought the alpaca from a couple of months later tested positive for tuberculosis, for TB, and that then meant that hers had to be tested. She had no choice. And they were both tested, and you can't have just one goat, Monty. You have to have 2. One does not do well on its own. That's why I had another one here to keep mine company, even though I only talked about mine because the other one wasn't mine. Anyway, so her alpaca had to be tested. I'll speak to you soon, Sabrina, because the farm that they came from, one of the animals there, I don't even know if it was a cow or an alpaca, tested positive. So hers were tested and came up positive. Now there are 2 different types of TB, and Julie went through the whole process of spending her own money and getting the test redone. And there are 2 different types of TB. One is a disaster. It will kill the animal, passes on to other animals. Sorry, the light's gone out. Pass it on to other animals, it's contagious, and that's the one that you want to eradicate. But hers actually came back with the other type of TB, which is just easily treated, isn't contagious. None of this. Hey, lambs. Now, she fought it because they said, no, it tested positive on our test. They don't care about the differences between the two. Their test just says positive, negative, end of it. Doesn't matter of the different two types. Now, she went all through the courts. She literally went all the way up to the High Court. And unfortunately, she couldn't get it overturned. So she had to have them put to sleep. Now, the really, really sad thing is, thanks, Light. This was 2 years after the initial test that the ministry vet came out. Well, not ministry anymore, but we still call it ministry vets. The ministry vet came out to oversee the slaughter of these animals. And the ministry vet herself said there is no way at all possible in the world, nothing at all that would say that an animal that tested positive for TB would 2 years later still be alive, let alone thriving. And it was. They both were. They were thriving. There was nothing wrong with them. You know, they didn't have any symptoms at all of TB, even from the very, very start. Even, you know, when the tests were done, they were shocked that it turned up positive. But as I said, it was a different type of TB. It wasn't the type that they're trying to eradicate, but they wouldn't accept it. So it was horrible. She had to have them shot. Now, what they generally do is a vet will come and they'll administer the injection. The test result for hers, Monty, was positive, but it wasn't positive for the type of TB that they're testing for. It was for another type of TB that the ministry refuses to distinguish between, and the government allows them to do this. So what normally happens is you have to bring them in. The ministry vet will come out and, you know, inject them, stop their heart and all that. And in big animals, same with horses, it's not nice. If they're alive and they're well, which these were, they fight it. And when an animal fights the injection, it's horrendous. I've seen it. It's awful. So as I tend to do with the horses now, and as I would with, well, I think everyone does with cows, is you have them shot. She happens to know a guy in the army who's a sniper. Kate, all attempts have been stopped. Thanks, Jen. All attempts to get this changed have been stopped. She went to the High Court. There's somebody else at the moment going to the High Court for the exact same thing. But, you know, she knew a sniper from the army who's based up at Lossiemouth down the road. It's not far from us. And she actually got him to come out and take out the 2 alpaca when they're in the field with their heads down, eating food, knew nothing about it. Because she couldn't stand to watch them struggle. Oh, and it was unnecessary. So, no, the short answer to that long story is no, I haven't got alpaca, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get any, because I don't want to deal with that until, it's why I don't have cows, to be honest. Yeah, exactly, Kate. I saw a horse fight it, and I'll never forget it. It brings tears to my eyes now, and that was years ago. So unless a horse is down and has no ability of fighting it and doesn't know what's going on, then my option is to have the animal shot. Our lad who had meningitis, he knew nothing what was going on in the world around him. He was done by injection. That's fine. I don't. It's personal preference. You know, I'm not going to say somebody who doesn't have them shot because injection is wrong. I'm not saying that. My personal opinion is I have seen it go wrong. I don't ever want to see it again. I mean, little Willin, when he was put to sleep, he was a year old. He was put to sleep, but he was out of it. There was no way he could have fought anything with what he had. So, you all right, little monkeys? So at the moment, no, I'm not going to get alpaca. I have a friend actually she's up in Lincolnshire now, and she brings alpaca, and I might speak to her. I might speak to her shortly, or at some point, and just say, just checking on my omelette. I might speak to her and see what happens with her testing and everything, and how all of her herd have come. I'm sure I'd have heard if it wasn't good anyway. I'm addicted to that stuff now. Terrible. So, you know, there is a way that you don't get attached and have them tested, and that is that you have yours tested, put it in quarantine for 2 months, test it again. Sorry, Jen's trying to eat my tripod now. You're not being very helpful, girl. She's so funny. Siobhan, where's Obi? There. Obi! Come on, Obi! He needs clipping. Shall I wait for you, or shall I do it myself? Yeah. That's also why I don't have any cows. Because they are compulsory. You have to have them tested. Jen, get off. Cows compulsory. You must have them tested in this country. And if a cow fails, it's shot. You'll do what to my hair, cheeky madam? I like my hair. Leave it. It's all right. Well, I will see you soon, Kate. Thanks for... Oh, sorry. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you soon. Jenny's still at the tripod. It's not going to work. Kelly, sorry. I don't know why I called you Kate. I'm really sorry. Brain failure. I'm just getting lost with everybody. Oh, you're sharing next week? Am I coming to help? Are you kidding? My car is not going to make a 1,000-mile journey. Trust me. Well, 1,000 miles in a few days. We've only got one car at the moment, so I can't anyway. Fly. My arms will get tired. It's 400 and something miles, woman. No, I can't at the minute. With Pip being ill. Going to be up into... Oh, it's Ramadan, isn't it? You're lucky you're not up here, because it goes dark about 11 o'clock at night at the minute. Yeah, exactly, Siobhan. What, you flew? You're on cert? Sure you came up in a horse box. Yeah, up here, it doesn't go dark till like 11 o'clock. Hi, Andy and Anne. Which one are you? Probably Anne, I'm guessing. Could be wrong. Sorry. What?
Don't forget the cooking omelette.
Yeah, I know. I just checked it a couple of minutes ago. Thanks, Sasha. Yeah, I was going to say 3 o'clock in the morning, the sun's coming up here. I remember that. When I lived, hi Anne, my ex who was a Muslim, his dad would phone him 5 times a day. Well, I wasn't there obviously 5 times a day, but sometimes he'd call him 5 times a day, go, have you prayed? I'd go, yes, Dad. Okay. And I'd just be lying in bed going, you're a liar. I'll ask for forgiveness later. But, you know, he said he prays when he works. He prays when he's asleep. His choice, not mine. And yeah, his dad would call up and go, you're not eating, are you? No, Dad. His dad was a bit more strict than he was, obviously. Totally, because I lived with him. We weren't technically married. Yeah. So it was. I used to live in London. It was great fun. It was so much fun living in London. I'm happier up here now. This is where I want to be now. But when I was my early 20s, London was an amazing place to live. I couldn't have stayed there much longer. I was there a few years. That was enough for me. I do miss it sometimes. I want to just go down there, but stay in a hotel. Oh, Monty, you're going to come up? Bring the kiddies up for a holiday. Come camping. No, Siobhan, I'm not moving for a decade. I don't want to move. Siobhan, who's on here, guys, is a friend of mine from where we used to live. She helped us move. That's why she came up 3 times. She did 450 miles each way. She did it 3 times. She was a trooper. Hi, Jen. Have you got Pip in there, Asher? No. Don't lose the lamb again. Yeah, I've lost Pip again. You check with the boss? Yeah. I've actually bought a fire pit. Yeah. Oh, she's in the living room. No. She lay down or what? No, she's just on the carpet. Oh, Pip's in the living room. Come on, Pip. No, it's okay. She can stay there. I just didn't know where she was. She's not wearing a nappy. Hi, Pip. Come on, Pip. She's all right. Come on. Hi, Creative Living. Sorry, I can't remember your name. I'm useless at names tonight anyway because I've just called Kelly Kate. Kelly, by the way, is one of my nearest YouTubers. Hayley. Hi, Hayley. We're having a bit of time outside with the lambs and the dogs. Oh, Pip's gone back in the living room. These pair running around earlier going nuts. We had a lot of fun together. We're going to go back in, girl. Yeah? Come on then. Oh, look at the other one. Hi, little Pip. How you doing, darling? How's your belly? Oh, it's quite good. I've been trying to extend their feed. Yeah, Obi still thinks it's a sheep. He thinks having lambs in the house is fantastic. Oh, Hayley, it took us many years, but we're here. Oh, I think I can lift that up a bit more, but it's not working. Yeah, I definitely can, because it's normally much higher. Right, omelette, take 2. Look at that. Whoa. I love my omelette maker. When I've emptied that, I kind of went on a bit of a mission, made a few too many. Especially at the moment, I have some hens that are sitting, so aren't eating very much. Not surprised everyone's mad at my place. You mean they're all mad here, or everyone's mad about coming to visit here because it's amazing and I'm fantastic? I'm nuts. I really honestly am insane. Actually, I'm not. I actually am one of those few people in the country who, actually I think Siobhan probably has as well, has a letter from a psychiatrist saying you are sane. Trust me. If you have a letter from a psychiatrist saying you're sane, you're not. You're slightly insane. Need more animals in my life? Oh, you're right. Everybody does. I know I'm lucky, and you know, it's one of those things I don't share to brag. I share because I want other people to share it. What are you doing there, Pip? I want other people to experience it with me. I don't know. See, I used to have, I suppose you call them foster kids, really. Teenagers that would come and stay with me, and I just loved sharing my life with them. Oh, Siobhan, I painted your room. Do you want to see the room? Siobhan liked this room because, right, because she liked the colours. And she dictated that that was her room, her bedroom. So, do I want a 41-year-old foster adult? Absolutely. I have no qualms with that whatsoever. So, we're going to go look at Siobhan's room. Oh, you know what? Guinea pigs first. Hi! Hi, boys. This is Eeyore, and that's Tigger. Whoops. We'll have Siobhan here often enough. She's like a kid. Right. Do we think the lambs are going to come up the stairs? Jen came a few steps up. Whoops. Jenny's near the top of the stairs. What are you doing? Right, you can't get down now because you're going to fall. So keep going. Sorry, everybody. Go on. I'll be back in a moment. Keep going. My lamb is insane. Asher? Right. Siobhan's going to scream. I'm glad I've not got her on the phone. Ta-da! Magnolia! Oh, this is funny. She's going to hate it. Let me alter my stick. Alright, come here. Yeah. Oh, Magnolia. Right. This wall was really dark blue. This up here, that wall, all of that. So basically that side of the house, of the room, and a load of this was all plasterboard, and that bit there was dark blue, like that. And yeah, it's now all Magnolia. Well, I told you, Siobhan, you wanted to decorate it, you do it. You haven't been up to do it. The carpet's coming up. That bench, it's there at the moment. That bench is actually... Jen! Yes, sheep can climb stairs. No, that bench is coming out because what we're actually going to do is put a settee there. You see? Right, Jen, I don't know if you're going to be able to get down the stairs, girl. Jen! This could end in disaster. Jen! Come on. Come on. No. She's doing it. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, did you get left there, Pip? Oh, poor little Pip. Poor Pip. You'll be able to get soon, darling. No, can't tell sausage. He'll get quite upset. What I also have is a house chicken. Blue is actually doing amazing. Hi, darling. So she started going out in the day. She's got a nice run. Hey. You're all right, darling. Now, this eye got better. And the other eye, the vet thought the eyeball had gone. Guess what? It's still there. And it's clearing. So, come on, lambs. You see this? Oi, Jen, Pip. Don't have house lambs. Seriously. Pip has peed. I've just stood in it. It's a good job I've got shoes on. Right. Yeah, Another reason, don't have house lambs. Anyway, right guys, I'm going to turn off. Hi! Hi, Fox! She's on top of the settee, so she's a bit confused as to what I'm doing up there. So I'm just going to check my last omelettes. Whoops. How's that, people? Yeah, Siobhan Socks is massive. You won't. She's such a different sheep. Sheep? Such a different cat to when you last saw her. Okay, everybody. I'm going to get going because I've been on here for 40 minutes. And I was only planning on 10 minutes. Good night, everybody. I need to wash those pans up. They are their bestest buddies. Night, everybody.